Big C, there's all these people in China tweeting about the error code. No way.
Yeah, Aaron, the stream's working. It actually is.
What's that? Why did you like wiggle?
What? Whose is? Yours or his?
Mine.
I just saw you like
well,
wiggle.
Get commentating
like,
then.
Hold on.
We do apologise for.
Get out of the party for fuck's sake.
I'm in a bit of a deep malaise.
Yeah, apologies
right,
for what's happened. Apologies.
Mew.
But you can still hear us.
Mute.
No, can't.
No, you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, that's waking up to me. Fuck's sake.
We'll leave. But we'll just in a few
The full
minutes.
commentary in our ears. Oh, yeah.
Just, anyone who's streaming it now, can you let us know if you can hear us?
Do you mean they're streaming it? You're streaming it, not them.
Sorry, anyone who's watching it.
Sorry, I must
Sorry,
turn the
I'm a bit
title.
flustered. Yeah, it's fine, but don't worry about the title. So, I don't know what you guys are looking at on screen at the moment, but it's Black Phoenix on pole at the moment from Lyrion. Tom Aja from the Gunda Chunga Unna team. You got the Rawalpindi Express at Ugi Azim in fourth. You got AMS recently dethroned as a league director in fifth.
And Ugi in pole.
Ugi's on pole, so you can hear the elation. Ugi, can you give us some words in your native tongue, please?
पाजी पोल ते होते चढ़ गया नच रहा हूँ.
I'm just going to tweet it out, then we'll leave.
A bit of pole dancing.
Thank you, Ugi. Those graphic details. That's live reaction from Ugi in the AlphaTauri. He has to get out of the way of the car behind him. But we will start the stream properly in just a moment. Do bear with us.
Alright, okay, I'm going to join your party. Oh.
Fix it, you need to get a move on.
Yeah, good evening everyone. Can we just give us a bit of a voice test? How are we all sounding? But yeah, here we are guys. We're live for PSGL FP Round 1 Australia. And it's myself, Big C, joined by the 7... I am the 7-time champion, joined by Aaron. So yeah, just say how the voices are. Aaron, start speaking please.
Oh, well, Big C, it's a pleasure to be here this evening. You know, I didn't think we'd make it here, but, you know, there was a delay on the flight for us getting into the paddock. But we're here, and we're here to catch qualifying. There's 6 minutes to go, so you've missed all the boring bits, but it is Ugi Azim on pole, and Big C, a pleasure to be here. You know, 10 PSGL titles between us. PSGL F1 titles, shall I say. You know, you've got fond memories of this racetrack, haven't you?
Yeah, always one of my best racetracks, one here set on several occasions. Just got a great flow to it, also lots of grip, high speed, a few tricky low speed corners as well. So yeah, a great place to race. Well, to drive I'd say, maybe not to race, with its tricky overtaking opportunities really. So yeah, it's good to see we've got the viewers coming in now, Aaron.
Brilliant. Well, glad to have everyone tuning in this evening. You know, there's nowhere I'd rather be on a Tuesday night than here with you, Big C. And who are you on board with? Because I do need to know who you're on board with.
Yeah, I'm on board with Brandon through the final corner. So Brandon in the Renault, what can he do? And it's P3 for Brandon. So yeah, not too shabby there. A few new names here, but also some established names that you're really familiar with.
Yeah, AMS is just coming around the corner. I believe he's on a time lap here. He could be looking at pole. Oh, front row, Big C. Oh, whisker.
Yeah, very strong up there from the former FP admin and director there. So yeah, AMS slots into P number 2. Aaron, who else is flying? Maybe Pit Matt?
Greeny.
Oh,
Oh no, he's failed. He's
no,
failed.
Pit Matt. Let's look for Pit Matt. Oh, look at that understeer. Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, that Haas Big C is not been the best car this season. It's actually one of the worst cars on the grid. And Pit Matt, you know, is a driver who's never won anything. He's failed in everything that he's done. You know, from what I was told earlier by some of his peers, he's yet to get a podium finish in PSGL, Big C. What do you make of that?
Yeah, he's a bit of a steady Eddie, you know, a man for the points, not the podiums. But they do say points make prizes after all, so maybe that's what he's looking for tonight here in Melbourne. But let's just have a quick through the allocation there. So we've got Mr. Alamonda, who was kind enough to make the trailer for his own. So yeah, good to see Alamonda. There's also Ruben from BDG, Skeven, Callum Anderson, and Lickle Blocks. So yeah, 3 minutes. We're a bit aloof, you know, we're a bit all over the place as CVI Phoenix takes P1.
Brilliant lap time. And just on Gaiman Adamunda's trailer there, you know, I thought it was one of the best things, you know, I've seen in recent times, you know. You know, something like that should be in the cinemas, Big C, all around the country, you know, getting people to sign up to PSGL, which is, you know, definitely the pinnacle of online F1 racing.
It is indeed. So let's have a quick look through the times before the final runs here in qualifying, just under 3 minutes ago. So it's Black Phoenix on pole, who was in F11 last season, now in F10. Then it's Oogie Azim, AMS, Brandon, and Lyronix, a reserve, who was in F4. So yeah, lots of new names and lots of older names, like Duo, Greeny, Dino, and you know, Dino always going strong in the Mercedes down in P17.
Yeah, exactly, Big C, exactly. I think Tom AJ is going to be one of the first people to start his lap. He's in the AlphaTauri. I think he's the furthest ahead to start a lap time.
Yeah,
there's a Red Bull ahead, but I don't know if he's coming in.
Right,
I think that might be Alpha.
Yeah, and
no,
to everyone, I'm not really used to doing the older streaming, especially doing the camera work, so expect it to be a little bit rusty at times. But a stream's better than no stream.
Exactly, Big C. Just as David Moyes once said when he blew a 3-1, you know, lead at the London Stadium, you know, last year against Brighton, a point's a point. Respect it.
Exactly. So yeah, the track is at its best. Fresh soft tyres, the lowest fuel possible as Tom AJ91 builds up a lap through the final corner and down this long start finish straight into the tricky Jones corner in turn 1.
Yeah, it's a tricky corner, this one. You can easily cut it if you don't get it right, but he's got the balance hooked up through there. The AlphaTauri certainly responding to the man's needs as he represents the Gunda Chunga Anna name, which has been on the grid for at least 6, 7, 8 seasons, Big C.
It has, you know, it's been through the league thick and thin. It's always good to have some Asian contingent on the grid. Obviously, Tommy J converted to that side. So yeah, Tommy J with a 10th up in the first sector. He's currently on a 21-1, so he does need a good chunk of time to really challenge the likes of Oogie and AMS. But Black Phoenix does look to be out of reach on that 20.4.
He does, but for Tom AJ, it's about getting that car high up the grid as he can. It's got a bit of traffic in front of him. It's a McLaren, you know, but the McLaren does oblige AMS's old rival. And Tom AJ, if I remember correctly, he was within a shout of winning.
Oh, invalid.
Title. Oh, that's a shame. But he was a contender a few years ago to win the FP crown, but never came up on top. And who's behind him? I think it might be...
I was trying to look through here. Maybe CC Brain in the Williams. No, he's invalid. Cherry's invalid.
Yeah.
Who else? Sam T's out. The Worm is on a lap. Who else?
Yeah, there's loads of cars, Big C. There's a McLaren trickling around the final set. I think it's Dre Bay.
Oh, I can't find him. Dre Bay. Yep. 2 10s up through the final couple of corners. So what can Dre Bay do? A household name here at PSGL. So around the final corner, Dre Bay in the McLaren Renault. What can he do? And he goes, P4 there, 3 cents behind AMS.
What a lap. I think there's a Red Bull round in the corner. There's Phoenix and
I need names, Aaron. I need names.
There's a Oogie Azim. Can he reclaim pole? He's in the final sector, Big C.
Oh,
the
I'm struggling.
The Rawalpindi Express. He's got to break it. Has he overshot it? No, he hasn't. The AlphaTauri mechanics. They look on. as he crosses the line. And can he reclaim pole position? No, he
Oh!
can't.
AMS. I think AMS could be on for pole. He is. He's 2 cents up. AMS is flying out there. The weight of directorship off his shoulders. Jacob goes fourth. Jacob
Duo
goes
was
fourth.
around. I think Duo's got.
Yeah, Duo's around.
Dino, up to third.
I think AMS are here, and AMS can take pole position here. He's flying. He got a podium on his season 19 F1 debut in the top tier around Australia. What can AMS do in the McLaren Renault? Zach Brown pops his hand out the pit wall. What can AMS do? Can he take pole position here in Melbourne? And he does. He does. He's on pole.
Nano Bacon's in the pits. Nano Bacon's in the pits, but there's a Williams round in the final corner. CC Brain heads into the pits. There's a Duo Finn. This is a wretched lap time. 1:48. Oh, it could be a 1:50. It could even be a 2-minute lap time. Oh my goodness, 32 seconds off the pace.
Wow. AMS, the man of the moment. The man who's caught the headlines for all the wrong reasons at times. AMS. Amazing.
Tom AJ. I think Tom AJ's gone for another. What's he doing? No. That's it. That's that, Big C.
That is that. And this man, where is he? AMS, known as Kerr by the ladies, on pole position.
Yeah, that would delight the McLaren garage, Big C. You know, it's a big pole position. It's a big statement showing his intent that he's here to win the title. A man who dominated this division many years ago. Now looking to rise again.
Exactly. Great effort there also from Black Phoenix, making his FP debut ahead of Ugi Azim, then Dino in P4. Interestingly, Dino and Black Phoenix were title rivals in the F11, so interesting to see how the pace difference is there between those two cars. But yeah, a very interesting grid for the season opener.
Big C, my main worry is the second row of the grid. You've got Ugi Azim and Dino, you know. Incident magnets on the second row, that could be very spicy. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that at the start. But yeah, what a session, Big C. So it's do you want to run through it, shall I?
You can. I'm just going to share the link.
That's right. So we've got AMS on pole with a 20.4, Black Phoenix alongside him, Ugi in third, Dino fourth, Jacob Reaper fifth, Brandon in sixth, Boyworm in seventh in the Racing Point, eighth for Will, ninth for Alpha, 10th Dre Bay, and then outside the top 10 with 3 tyre choice, you've got Lyrionics, Tom AJ, Cherry 2 Pie, CC Brain, Pitmat, Sam T, Greeny in 17th, Nano Bacon in 18th, in 19th, 32 seconds off the pace, Joe Finn, and it's Toxic Tomato, rounding out the rest of the grid.
Exactly. Exciting stuff there. Very dramatic at the end of the session. And it's also time to remind us of our partners, Brutal Democracy Gaming, our esports partners here at PSGL, providing £500 of prize money here. Just imagine if that sort of prize money was available in your prime, you know, how rich you'd be.
I'd be off to the Bahamas, Big C. You know, they retired many years ago. You know, some people say that esports, you know, people, you know, who do esports shouldn't get money, prize money. I think that's a load of, you know, tosh, to put it politely. I think it's brilliant that, you know, you're getting PSGL getting sponsored by such a fantastic brand.
Exactly. So we've got some legends in the chat, such as Mr. Grumpy and Jack Tyler, also Chess Games. So thanks all for checking us out. Obviously, we had a lot of streaming issues. There seems to be a bit of a bug, but we managed to get through the queue and get our ticket from the ham and cheese counter, and we got served. So, but yeah, hopefully it's a good one. And in terms of strategy, it looks to be the soft to hard, but also then the medium to soft could be a popular strategy from the guys outside the top 10. So let's keep an eye out on those aspects.
Yeah, and Big C, you know, there could be a chance of a safety car here as well. You've got that tricky chicane in the middle sector that can definitely throw a few people off their game. So got to keep an eye out there, you know. When the tyres get worn, it's going to be tricky for some of those drivers to hang in there.
Yeah, and it's good to see we've got some new PSGL drivers, Evan and David in the chat, who will be making their debuts in F10 and F11 later on in the season, or if they're reserve or full time. It's hard to keep up with the amount of drivers we've got these days, but it seems that we are waiting for players. So
yeah,
Is that the
I
same for
don't
you?
think that's a problem. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem, Big C, if we're waiting for players. I think, it's good to get a bit of a breather. I've got AMS in the chat saying the lobby is broken, but that's okay, Big C. These things do happen in life.
Yeah.
So there could potentially be a restart, but do stay
Yeah,
with
I'm
us.
gonna
because
leave the
it's
lobby just in
exciting.
case it is me causing it, Aaron. You never know.
But why would you cause it?
I'm not too sure, but I almost left the lobby, even taking a bit of initiative. Because, with people with restarts, take 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't start, then you've got to go. So I believe there is going to be a restart. But we're just going to say hello to some of the viewers again. Mr. Grumpy, what a name. One of the most experienced names in PSGL Big C. He's raced on the site for over a decade, and the man just keeps on going. He just keeps on putting the foot in. It's just brilliant to see, isn't it? And silence there from Big C,
Yeah, sorry, I was just dealing with some inquiries.
Understood. But what are your opinions of Mr. Grumpy in the chat?
Aaron, he's just a household name, but I do wonder how a man can go on for so long. I've had enough. So I'm surprised he's not had enough at this point. But
Yeah.
no, a great name, a great ambassador. And Mr. Grumpy is a very level-headed man. He's not really one to backbite. He's very honest, but he's not one to, let's say, throw shade compared to the likes of JB Greenwood, for example.
No, he's a great ambassador for the league. He's been with us for 10 years, and he's definitely chipped in over the years as an admin and a steward, and his services have been greatly appreciated. But if only Big C, some of that BGG funding money could be made available for old guards like him. But that's not how it works.
Exactly, they want the young talent. So that's just the way of the world these days. That's where the money is. And I was going to send Greeny the grid, but obviously in the interval, if you've got any questions to pass the time, just so we can keep everyone entertained. But yeah, it'll be a lobby restart, and obviously more of our precious time being used up. But it's not like I give enough to the community as it is.
No, Big C, you definitely do spread your wings, quite a lot. You have a lot of time for everyone on the community. You must get 50 messages a day from 50 different people inquiring about X, Y, and Z. I don't know how you keep up, but you've definitely done a very good job in transforming PSGL to where it is today, along with all the assistance from other various members of the site.
Thank you. And a question from Kryptonite: when did Iran start league racing?
Big C. This is a good question, actually. I first started league racing on the F1 2010 game, and it was in 2011. And I went on the Codemasters forums, and I was looking for a league. And funny enough, Big C had started something, back in that day. It was called F1 Spire. So I just put my name down, and he put me in a HRT. It was equal performance. But I was thinking, why is he giving me that ugly car? He probably saw the TSM thinking, that looks a bit dodgy. Let's give him a dirty little car. But yeah, that's how I got into league racing. So me and Big C, we've been chatting away with each other for nearly a decade.
Exactly. So yeah, something, I don't know, it's just weird how everything turns out in the end, but it's the nature of life. And meet people along the way, and yeah, people come and go. So just enjoy it for the moment, but you never know what's around the corner, as proven by this year with the coronavirus and how things are twisted and turned. So yeah, I mean, Cacti is asking, who do you think will win all the championships for all the leagues? Well, I think there's too many leagues to maybe talk about in here, and I doubt you know too much about the different grids.
No, I don't, Big C.
No.
But for FP, I think CC Brain seems like a safe bet.
Yeah. In terms of F1, I think I'd go for maybe Casper or then Onyx. I think one of those two guys. Then F2, I think it's quite hard to call. Then after that, we could be going to have to get the list up. So, but yeah, we've got a lot of talent, a lot of quality. And I think the good thing about the leagues and nowadays, everyone's just so close. There's not a big disparity of pace. Maybe a second, if that. So, yeah, I think it's very difficult to call, but certainly up and down the grids, we should hopefully, have some great title battles. So yeah.
Big C, have you got an invite yet?
Yep, I've just got it through now.
Brilliant. They waited for us on at the end.
No, they didn't. There's other people.
Oh, sorry. So Toby's put a question in. How does it feel some of the people that race couldn't even walk when you created PSGL and first met each other?
Well, I mean, we didn't obviously. Just I made a league before PSGL, so we didn't join PSGL until around in F1 2012. So PSGL isn't our creation. I've just run it with Ian for a time, and obviously Ian's left now. So Human Fish technically owns it. But obviously, I run it and own the house, but he has like the property rights, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, obviously, it is a bit strange seeing like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds or people you talk to being that age. It is a little bit strange, a little bit weird, but. Yeah, it's just a bit weird, really.
You have an impact on people's lives, for the better. You nurture people, coming up through the leagues. You've definitely played a good mentoring role to some of these newer guys, coming through. How does that make you feel to see some of these guys that you've coached go on to win big things and then to big competitions?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice. I think. You make your friends, and obviously you always want to see your friends or people you're close to do quite well. So, obviously, I can't really perform or do that well on the track nowadays, relatively speaking. So it's nice to see perhaps people I talk to or people that help or offer advice do well. So it's quite satisfying in that regard. And obviously, seeing a lot of the PSGL guys be in the Challenger Series and potentially get into the Pro Draft and into F1 Esports is also very cool and very pleasurable. Like generally for everyone involved with PSGL, because obviously we're taking that step to being the leading league, and we've had esports guys wanting a PC league like Jano and Danny. So yeah, it's impressive, but whether it's sustainable long term, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, sustainability does come essentially. It comes down to the people who run it in the end, and whether they've got that drive, motivation, and effort and energy to keep it going. And if it wasn't for your efforts, Big C, for what you've done over the years for this site, it's fair to say it wouldn't be where it is today.
Yeah, well, obviously, I can take a lot of credit, and I gratefully will. But certainly, I'd say it's a lot more of a team effort now. Obviously, since Louise came on board, Louise has a lot more spare time and a lot of desire to, get things done with regards to the stewarding and things like that. So yeah, Louise been a great help. And obviously, we had Mark through the trailer. Three Gloves does a lot with the bots on Discord. Human Fish does a good bit of graphics. So, it's a lot more of a team collaboration. Obviously, I'm not the famous face, relatively speaking, but I'll take the credit. But, it is a good team effort and everyone does their bit. So, obviously, I can do a bit less work now and delegate a bit more, which wasn't the case when you were director.
That's how you mentioned it, Big C. And, may I just add that I was, the one who actually recruited you into the PSGL site, back in the day. So if it wasn't for me, you might be racing in another league.
I might not be racing anymore, and you'll be, the 8, 9, 10 time champion. So
exactly. Right. So hopefully this time we can, get on board and start this race. Everyone's been waiting for.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. That's what the 22 live viewers are here for. Excuse me, the Australian Grand Prix, 3 races before Christmas, and obviously a nice break. Then we'll have 9 afterwards to take us to the start of March. So a nice 12-race season in PSGL. So yeah,
brilliant. Well, we are in Melbourne, Big C. Do you just want to talk us through the strategy and the running order?
Yep. Obviously, we've got the softs, the mediums and the hards. Obviously, there's no super soft like the old days, but yeah, in terms of strategy, it will be the softer hards. But with the restart, everyone gets fresh softs, so we could see someone potentially extend and do soft medium. And obviously, in terms of the reverse strategy, we'll be seeing some medium soft guys, and obviously, Lyronix and Tom will certainly be doing hard soft. But Nano Bacon will be going for a very aggressive start there from P18 in that Renault. So yeah, it should be an interesting one, but naturally, overtaking is quite tricky around here. The walls are close, which does mean mistakes are punished.
Yeah, exactly. Big C is the street circuit, and you wasn't always the master of street circuits, but you had a good innings around this particular venue. So it probably gives you some good memories.
Yep, certainly some of my great wins here. Certainly my one in season 22. Alamonda's last season in F1. My win, against Ash Best and Game On, just to get back on track after a tough season before was always nice. So yeah, Australia always favourable for me, as we've got some disqualifications here and there. Michael Massey not happy.
No, and it's going to be very tough for Sam T on those hards. He's going to have to start on very cold tyres. But Big C, we have got some special guests here in the Williams garage. We've got singer Danny Minogue, former X Factor judge, joined by Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah, some Australian royalty, so that is great to see. So as the drivers now coming through the final corners, as they'll warm up their soft tyres here, and I'm going to let you do the start while I just focus on the cameras, if that's okay. So the start of season 27 is here.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Big C? Because you're meant to follow the action on stream that everyone can see.
That's fine. No, you can, don't worry.
Goodness me. How the tables have turned. So AMS lines up on the front row. He's got Black Phoenix alongside him. Oogie Azim in third, with Dano on fourth. Oogie and Dino, Incident Magnets. We've got to watch out for them. Who's going to pull away? We're waiting for the lights. We're waiting for Tomato to line up at the back of the grid as we wait for the lights to come up on our screen, Big C.
We are indeed.
Here we go. We're just waiting. The lights are up. And we're underway here in FP in Melbourne. And it's a good start from Black Phoenix.
The car in the background. The Renault's off.
It's a Renault. Oh, there's a big incident here. Dino's gone off. I told you something would happen. Oogie Azim is down to 17th. Pixie, I don't know what's happened.
Oh, safety car. Safety car. Yeah, who's off? It's all fucked up. It's Pit Matt. There's the Brandan as well. Dino, but AMS is still in the lead here.
Yeah, I think that was a very, very turgid start there. But Oogie Azim down to 17th. Dino down to 13th. I told you, third and fourth.
No, Aaron, the timing's wrong. I think Oogie's fine. Yeah, Oogie's third.
Is he?
Yeah, it'll update.
Oh my goodness.
But there we have it. It's updated now. AMS, Black Phoenix and Oogie Azim.
Thank goodness for that. Let's have a look at the quick winners and losers. Very quickly. I'm just trying to get the telemetry up. I don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah. Position changes. Look at that. Mr. Boy Worm up to P4.
What a start. Is he?
Yep. But anyway, let's have a quick flick through the lower guys just to evaluate who's got damage. I think this man's got damage. Greeny FC. Yes, he has. That's not what you want to see on an opening lap, do you, Aaron? Damage.
No. I mean, it throws the strategy out the window, it throws track position out the window, but luckily there's a safety car, so he will rejoin at the end of the queue. There might be some others who follow into the pit lane. Some drivers might want to dump their soft tyres early on. Will they go to the end from here, Big C, on a set of hards?
No, I think the hards will be quite marginal, but I would go for it. If you're in a slower car, just go on the hards, get to the end.
Yeah, so we've got four pitters, Big C. You've got Greeny, Nano Bacon, Sam T and Brandon. So Renaults are having to queue there. There's a big delay for Brandon, and yeah, that Ferrari is Sam T. Yeah, not the best start for the guard, but Brandon, the biggest loser along with Dino.
Yeah, and certainly with the fresh tyres and the soft, the restart rather, I'm looking to do the soft to medium strategy. So that's what I'd do if I was Oogie. Go for the soft for medium. That's what I'd be doing. But we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah. There's a comment here from Root Verist about, are we looking forward to Van Dorn return to F1? Is it confirmed?
Not yet. I think George Russell's the leading runner. But if they can't agree a deal with Williams, then it will be Stoffel. So I think George is what all the fans want to see. But obviously, his fellow countryman, Mr. Verist, obviously wants to see Stoffel in the car.
Yeah.
Yep, so here we are, lap 2 of 29, and it is AMS leading the way at a Black Phoenix, Oogie Azim, Mr. Boy Worm, Jacob, PR1 Will, Dre Tom H8, Cherry 2 Pie, and CC Drain. And we've also got some info in here from our pit lane reporter, Ted Koritz. that Greenie actually killed Sam T on the opening lap.
My goodness, well, it is a tough, opening corner. These things happen, but thankfully, we've still got 20 runners in the race, and we've got some brilliant action ready to come our way very shortly.
Indeed, and then we have the predicted pit stop strategy: soft to hard and medium to hard, but certainly with the restart and this safety car period, we'll be looking to see people really extend those stints and perhaps going from soft to medium.
Exactly, Big C, and I'm just, seeing some live pictures from the Williams garage. Former X Factor judge Danny Minogue almost in tears as Greenie emerges down in 18th as Sam T goes in the pits again.
Yep, Mattia Bonotto has called him in. And he's going to be going hard to the end. So yeah, Mattia really perhaps getting a strategy right for a change. So yeah, Ferrari get their guy in. A set of hard tyres for Sam T, who finished third in F8 last season. So yeah, Sam T in. Car number 27, I think iconic for Nico Hulkenberg and Gilles Villeneuve. So yeah, nice to see.
And Big C, I'm just wondering, you've been in many situations where there's been safety car restarts where you've led the way. How do you feel, if you're AMS as the leader, do you feel quite comfortable?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable on, especially when you're on a set of soft tyres. You don't need to worry too much about the balance of the car. It's when you're on a set of hard tyres, I get a little bit worried because it's really hard to get up to temperature, and I struggle a little bit when the tyres cool a little. So that's when I'm more worried. But AMS, he's in the pound seat. He can control the pace. He is the man, and this man, he's been here for many years now. He knows what it takes to win races in FP. So I think AMS should be okay. Yeah, he's in a great position.
And who would you say your favourite is to win this race?
I think after qualifying, I think you can't look past the experience of AMS, but people might be out to get him. So I'm going to go for Mr. Black Phoenix for the victory. That's who I'm going to go for.
Definitely got the better car, Big C. I'm going to go for a little wild one here. I reckon Tom AJ could do something from 8th for the Gunda Chunga Unna team.
Perhaps we'll see what Mr. Tom AJ can do on those hard tyres. But yeah, safety car in this, like AMS backing them up. Needs to keep a constant speed. Has he gone? Not yet. We're going to keep on board with AMS just to see those throttle and braking traces. You never know. You might just, kick a bit of brake mid-corner. But it looks like he's gone. And we're back underway here at Albert Park. And it's going to be AMS through the final corner and to lead them away, Aaron.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm just going to have a look further down the field, Big C, while you follow the main action to let you know if there's any skirmishes. But it seems like everyone's got away well. There's no main competition. I know Alpha's chasing down Lyrionix, but he's not quite on the back of him yet. But he might have a run, Big C. He might have a run. Red Bull and Ferrari.
Yep, riding on board with Alpha, looking to go round the outside into turn 3. And easy done. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Opportunistic, definitely got his tyres warmed up quicker than the Ferraris on those hards. Brilliant stuff there, Big C. I don't know if there's much more action, but I know Black Phoenix is close up to the back of AMS.
Yeah, as I expected, he's got pace in his vehicle. This Red Bull's got the downforce. It's just got that comfortability, that drivability. We'll see with Max Verstappen, really churn out results week in, week out. So now through this tricky turn 11 and 12, what a bit of understeer on entry.
Joe Finn's round, is he? Yeah, Joe Finn's out. Joe Finn is out of the Australian
safety car again.
Another safety car. Unbelievable.
Oh my days. I mean, now this will be interesting, Aaron, because hards will get to the end from this point, 100%. So will AMS and those guys risk it?
I don't know. You gotta think about what's best for your race. Maybe AMS just wants to stay out of trouble, stay in the clean air, and just see what happens. No one's pitting.
That Will was going to, but yeah, no one's pitting. CC Brain, he's a man who's got intelligence. He's in.
Yeah, I don't know why Greenie didn't put the hards on. Maybe because he started on them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Greenie's in now. Greenie's going to be queuing for Williams here, and Danny Minogue's tears aren't going to stop anytime soon.
No, you're right about that. I think Natalie Imbruglia might start shedding the waterworks as well. CC Brain, I think he's in a good position, but I think that that Ferrari of Sam T and Brandon, who went on the hards, I think they could be in the pound seat.
Yeah, I do agree profusely, and also Greeny's opted for the soft, so maybe I think Greeny could be going for the double soft strategy. I'm not too sure what he's up to. Or he's just going on the softs to go on the hards again. I'm not too sure.
I don't know, Big C. You know, maybe he just wants to have the freshest hards available to him by going in at the end, because he knows it's going to be last anyway. So he might come back in again, Big C, and just have a lap fresher tyres.
Perhaps, Aaron, perhaps.
Yeah. So another safety car. I don't know if anyone's got any questions while we wait for this race to restart, but do send them in the commentary chat ASAP. So who are you on board with, Big C? Who are you looking at the moment?
I'm just looking at AMS really, just maintaining the pace. But, you know, Australia, the walls are closer, and 2 safety cars in like 5 laps. It's just really interesting.
It's disruptive, isn't it?
And we've got a good question here from Luke, our F3 commentator, and also racing in F11. Why is it Danny Minogue and not obviously the world famous Kylie?
I think she had a busy schedule and wasn't able to make it here today, promoting her Christmas hits, you know, from back in the day. Which you know very well, Big C. Santa Baby. Yeah,
Santa Baby, coming down the chimney tonight. Yeah, great.
That on stream.
Greeny's in. So I think Greeny's going to go for halves now.
Yeah, let's have a look at him in the pit lane as Danny Minogue, you know, gives a wave to Greeny. She's in a lot happier spirits knowing that her 2 cars that she's cheering on are on the right tyre compound. There seems to be a delay there, Big C.
Yeah, a bit of a delay. A sticky wheel not there, but yeah, no harm done on a safety car. A lot of time to catch up to the pack, and obviously, even if you drop behind the back a bit more, you can really warm up the tyres in that clear air.
Absolutely, Big C. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're now at 10 to 9 on lap 6. So, you know, as they say, this is the greatest show. So, it's well worth the wait, I'm sure. But yeah, a recap of the order: AMS, Black Phoenix, Ugi Azim, Jacob, Will, Worm, and Dre Bay all on the softs. Then we've got Tom AJ, who started on the hards, Joe 25 started on the mediums, and Alpha, who started on the softs. But then we've got Brandon, Sam T, CC Brain, Laurenix, Dino, and Greeny all technically able to go to the end, but naturally CC and Greeny will be the only ones who I can say for sure will definitely get them to get into the end. So that's my analysis of the situation, but hopefully we can have some actual racing instead of the stoppages, as the safety car is in again. But Mylander has decided with Michael Massey, let's just get it in and get racing again.
Yeah, it's always good when you get it in, Big C. You know, the feeling, you know, is sublime as we're waiting for this action to come underway. Ugi Azim and Jacob have been given penalties. There's a collision there, so they're going to be held up at the next pit stop window. So they are out of the contention for the time being, I'd say. But Big C, AMS seems to have got away well.
Yeah, 100%. Them two will be out of contention as they have to serve it in pit lane as AMS rounds the corner. And yeah, we're underway again. So AMS leads 8 cents clear. Then it's Black Phoenix. Ugi Azim's lost DRS already. P3.
Yeah,
Jacob Reaper, P4.
Cherry, I think Cherry's eyeing up Tom AJ, who's on the hards in front of him. You've got Boyworm as well against Will.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting everything all twisted with all the gears, but we're in position.
Right,
so yeah.
Boyworm around the outside of Will. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. What about Cherry 2-5 behind Alpha there? He's defending. He's pushed the Red Bull off, Big C.
That's what you like to see. Some great aggressive defending there from Cherry 2-5. A man of experience.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. That's what you like to see. I know CC Brain, I think he's been overtaken at the back by one of the Ferraris, Lirignox.
Yeah. Let's go on board with Dino. Is Dino looking to make a move in the Mercedes-Benz? Yeah, on board with the Mercedes-Benz, Aaron. Dino's using his ass. Keep on board. Dino up the inside. Oh, not quite.
Backs out. Very sensible for him. Alpha's looking a bit punchy behind Cherry
Bloody
25,
names.
but I don't think it's close enough.
Shazoo Tomato. Not too much going on here. What about further behind with Dino? Let's go on board with Dino. No, Greenie maybe. No, sorry.
I don't know, Big C. Anything can happen at the moment. Let's see how they come out of the final sector. But I do think you're right. I think that Mercedes is looking very punchy all over the back of that Williams.
Up the inside, not quite as Greenie. LFC is really closing in. No, we're really enjoying. Oh, the top two are in. The top two. Black Phoenix is close.
You watched them. I watched the back.
Yeah, no, he's backed off a little bit. So I'm going to go on board with Alpha. On board with Alpha, and he's ahead of Cherry 2 Pie. Side by side action, Tomato and Cherry 2 Pie into the tricky braking zone. And Tomato's ahead of Cherry 2 Pie here. Anything going on?
The Haas caught napping. There's changes here between the Ferraris, and Dino's got past CC Brain. So the Ferraris have swapped positions. Sam T struggling to keep up on those hards. He is struggling for grip.
Yeah, he is indeed there. So yeah, some really great juicy action happening in the midfield. Cherry 2 Pie looks to be really out of sorts.
Yeah, Big C, these restarts, they can put people off their game, out of sync. Sam T still struggling to warm up those tyres. He's locked up. He's going to be hounded soon by Dino. So incredible stuff. It'll be interesting to see when the top guys pit, because I think the tyres do run out at the end of lap 10 or 11, but because of the safety cars, they might be able to extend it. Oh, there's an incident behind.
Oh.
It's Dino. But he's kept it running.
Oh.
He's kept it running.
Yeah, blessed. Hashtag blessed. So let's look further front, see what's going on. Oh, Giro Finneran with a bit of analysis there you want to look at some point in the chat.
We'll discuss it now if we can. I think the Hasses are quite close to each other. So he's had an issue with an outdated damage model. He's ran wide in turn 8, a half spin the grass, and just lost his wing, lost his car, lost his wheel at low impact speed. But it's a very brittle car, that Mercedes, and Giofin has had to find out the hard way.
Yeah, a shame for Gio, but I'm sure he'll bounce back next weekend at the British Grand Prix.
Maybe bounce back off the walls, Big C.
Well, we'll see. Maybe have a new downforce package as Dino gets past Greenie there. I didn't really watch it, Aaron, but I just saw it on the timing.
Yeah, 6th, 7th are looking very close to each other, and 5th. So Will is under a lot of pressure here from the racing point of Boyworm, but they've both got DRS.
They have indeed. So as Nano Bacon, some people call him. So yeah, penalty for Nano Bacon. He's currently down in P13 as Lyronix was up to 13th. Side by side with Nano Bacon, but yeah, lovely jubbly, great battling from these two guys. This is really what we want to see. Classy racing, really good.
Yeah, love it. Getting the elbows out there as he makes his way past.
Yeah, Black Phoenix is closer. And oh no, he's not wanting the slipstream or the airs. He's just really taking it casually. A leisurely Sunday drive. Yeah,
he just wants to play the long game. You don't have to rush things in life. Dre Bay is looking quite punchy here, but Jacob Reaper has lost a bit of ground. He's made a mistake, and now Will is all over the back of him. So massive queue here between 4th to 7th. But that Alfa Romeo is not the quickest car in a straight line.
It isn't. As we've got yellow flags, it's a Ferrari. It's Sam Thompson, Sam T. Damage goods.
I told you, struggling. There's a move here. Dre Bay making a move on Boyworm. So Dre Bay in the McLaren. He's looking the quickest of the lot. He's up into 6th, but will Boyworm have a go back at him? He will. Oh, this is brilliant racing from the pair.
Side by side action into this tricky turn 12, turn 13 complex. As Lyron experience of a penalty, and he gets the move on the racing points. So there's side by side action. Jacob and Will Murdoch. Side by side action. It's going to be a spinner. Ooh, nearly a spin there, but no harm done.
No harm done. And that racing point of Jacob Reaper really struggling. I think he's overheating his tyres. And Dre Bay finds this a good opportunity to make an undercut as he dives into the pit lane.
The lap's already flying by. I've lost track of time. It's going to be soft to medium for these guys. They're really extending the stint, which is great to see. The right strategy for sure. But the Williams drivers of CC Brain and Greeny will lead the Grand Prix and inherit the lead at some point.
They will, unless if Dino has something to say about it. He is pressurising CC Brain, but I think Lironix is all over the back of pit mat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find them. Oh, Sam T's day has just come to an end.
What a shame, what a shame. This would be a perfect time for a safety car to come out, wouldn't it? For those looking to pit.
It would, Aaron. Just give me a moment, please.
That's alright.
Lironix, I'm on board with.
For the final point. Final point here is a massive battle. Pit mat all over the back of Tomato. And you've got Lironix, who's looking really rapid in 12th, all over the back of pit mat.
Is indeed as Cherry 2-Pipe picks up a time penalty, but yeah, pit mat really slotting in behind his good friend Shazoo Tomato, obviously in the party together, as Black Phoenix is going for the undercut.
Unbelievable. It'll be interesting to see how that pays out. Boyworm's struggling, and Tom AJ on the hards has caught up to the back of him, so there's a lot of racing action here yet to come. I'll keep an eye on where Black Phoenix feeds back out, Big C.
Yeah, Tom AJ looks to have a really great pace, but runs a little bit wide on next turn, the opening couple of corners, so a bit of a shame there for Tom.
Yeah, Black Phoenix has come out behind Brandon, and both Williams drivers are also on the hard, so they'll be going to the end. So Black Phoenix has got to pass them if he wants to win, but he could undercut AMS, who's been caught by Ugi Azim very quickly. Yeah, and
CC Brain's race has been ruined by Dino. This battling, this is just costing him so much time. So not ideal for the Williams drivers, as Greeny looks to be under pressure from Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom AJ here maybe looks to be a bit more fruity out there with 70% of the battery. Now through this tricky left-right hander, can he get the exit? Can he get the momentum? I think he can. He's using the overtake, he's using the DRS, using all of those juices is Tom AJ, the 28-year-old down the inside of the racing point perhaps, and no, not daring enough, not brave enough. Is he brave enough now?
I think it's sensible. I think it's sensible. That the car in front of him, he's lost his tyres, you know, just wait for the straight. Don't need to go for a bad overtake. He's been hit by the Red Bull, Big C. He's been hit by the Red Bull, who also dives into the pit lane. So Tom AJ is unscathed. Everyone else is in the pits here. AMS, Big C. He's, could he be held up by the Alfa Romeo? No, he isn't. Where will AMS come back out? We've got to keep an eye on Black Phoenix, who's the aggressor here.
Yeah, I'm looking for Black Phoenix. Where's AMS and all this? He's been beautiful. Stunner.
Yeah, he's caught him napping. AMS, you know, waiting for the other guy to blink. He didn't make the first move, and now he's going to be stuck behind the Red Bull. And that's not what he wants.
Oh, Brandon's got damage. Brandon's off.
Greeny.
Oh,
Greeny
poor Brandon.
as well, Big C. I don't know if he's got damage, but oh my God.
Let's have a look. I can't see. But yeah, Brandon just looked like he hit the back of him.
Unbelievable. So Phoenix and AMS are now tucked up behind Greeny. So could Ugi Azim, if Ugi Azim pits, he's got a 5-second stop go though.
He does.
Otherwise he might have undercut them.
Yeah, so yeah, CC Brain and Dino basically, well, Lironix as well, but there's yellow flags again for the Renault. Yeah, Brandon.
A shame, but Black Phoenix looking to make a move there on Greeny. This is for race position here. And yeah, he's gone round the outside, and that is a simple overtake. And Big C, there is bad blood between Greeny and AMS. So Greeny has replaced AMS as one of the PSGL league directors, but the rumour has it they fell out with each other last season in FP over the car allocations as they were administrating the league. So this could get very, very personal, Big C. I wouldn't want to watch anything else.
I couldn't agree more. There's no place I'd rather be right now than watching AMS, who's got 100% of the battery. He deploys the juices. Greeny is deploying the juices as well. So AMS can't get close enough to make a manoeuvre. He's going to iron him up, certainly through these next couple of corners, isn't he, Aaron?
Yeah, I don't think Greeny can defend this position much longer. Not when you've got DRS around 3 parts of the race circuit. But what Greeny can do is spoil his race as much as possible. Take the tightest entry into each corner. Cost that man time, because ultimately he's going to help his teammate out, CC Brain, up the road. But yeah, Greeny hasn't got much battery left, and I don't think he'll be able to defend this.
AMS has got 100% of the air, so if AMS wants to get past, he needs to deploy all the juices. Yeah, I think he should easily get him through this next couple of corners. If he just nails him, nails the corners. He's a bit hesitant there, but Greeny's recharging the battery now, Aaron.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much longer this goes on. I think might get him into turn 1 or down the second DRS straight. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be like taking candy off a baby.
Yeah, it should be. AMS has to get the job done. He's losing all sorts of time, chunks of time. 3 seconds. So yeah, DRS wide open, using his airs, Aaron. AMS looking to go around the outside. And no, he cannot get the move done. AMS, Aaron, is really struggling to make a move.
Yeah, he's going to have to do it around the outside, and surely he'll get him into the braking zone. He's got the overspeed, and Greeny has to yield. There might be a bit of contact. There is. Oh, AMS gets the move done there. That was frightening stuff.
Yeah, you can tell it was personal out there. And no blood lost between those two guys.
Hitmat has had a whole spin.
And Nano Bacon.
All sorts of positions. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness me. Where's CC Brain in all this?
He's going to be held up behind the pair of them. The worst place to be.
It is. So yeah, CC Brain really losing all chunks of time behind these cars with damage.
Yeah, and AMS will be on the back of him very shortly, but Tom AJ still leading this race, running in good pace.
Yeah, I think Tom AJ just needs a timely safety car to go on those soft tyres.
Indeed.
Yep, so yeah, Tom AJ yet to pit. We're going to go on the pit stops. Where's the stops? Where's the stops? There's the stops. There we go, guys. Just to give you a little update of who stopped, who hasn't. But yeah, Nano Bacon stays out. So can the Brain make the manoeuvre? DRS wide open, using the airs. Nano Bacon going a bit defensive. CC Brain. Oh, bit of moving on the braking there. Bit of weaving, which is always what you want to see. So yeah, CC.
Yep. Sorry, Big C. All this might allow Greeny to close up on the back of AMS as well.
Yeah, well, Greeny's got nothing left in terms of the battery pack, so I don't think he's going to be too much. And David Weatherston said Greeny was corner cutting to make sure AMS didn't pass. I didn't really see that myself.
My goodness.
My goodness. Yeah, I do agree. But now he's got another Williams as AMS. The Williams of CC Brain, Greeny's best friend.
Yellow flags again. I don't know who it is. I
Pit
believe. Yeah, Mr. Haas. I'll have a look at him, Bixie. Don't worry. I'll let you know the situation on the man's vehicle. Yeah,
the McLaren just isn't very fast in a straight line. I think that's quite clear.
Yeah.
Penalty for the Brain.
What a shame.
But yeah, I did say CPI Black Phoenix was going to win, and he's certainly going to be in the prime position.
You got your prediction right, Big C. Nano Braken's he's destroying the race of these two competitors here.
Yeah.
Both of them favourites for the FP crown, but they are away, and CC Brain has got to position his car very delicately to ensure that McLaren does not get past.
Yeah, Aaron, this is what reminds me maybe of it, if me between you and HD. You know, it's just not where you want to be. CC one side, Greeny the other.
Exactly. But he's got the better car, and surely it's only a matter of time. But you've got other drivers catching up to the back of this lot. You know, you've got Will, who's just pitted, Ugi Azim, who's made his stop going. He's out on a set of mediums, so soft medium strategy there for Ugi Azim.
Yeah, so Ugi Azim on the freshest mediums of all, as you just said. Will also is quite close to Greeny. So yeah, Greeny goes wide. Can Will make the manoeuvre on Greeny FC? No, not close enough.
Unbelievable stuff here, Big C. I do think AMS, though, I think he could make a move here on CC Brain.
He could, and he should, but will he? Greeny picks up a time penalty. AMS a little bit hesitant. He's just not got the confidence through the high-speed corners at AMS. The dirty, yeah, the wash. Not enough downforce through those high-speed corners. And yeah, very difficult to overtake round here. And we're seeing it in its full with AMS. Reminds me a bit of Valtteri Bottas round Bahrain the other day.
Yeah, but CC Brain's locked up. He's positioned his car well here as AMS for a run down the pit straight. Oh, this looks quite close. But I think he's probably going to wait for the second straight here. No, he's going to go for it. Oh!
Interesting. Interesting manoeuvre there, and I don't know what you think of that, but yeah, a bit of damage for CC Brain, I think. There was damage for someone.
I think it's a good
Look
move
at Greeny as well. It's all kicking off. CC's wide. Greeny up the inside of his teammate. It's all gone wrong for CC Brain. Side by side between the Williams drivers. Is it going to be the AlphaTauri as well of Ugi's team?
Just could end in tears. All three of these very good friends off the track. But when they're on it, it's all about competition. It's all about fighting amongst each other. And Ugi losing heaps of time here. It's almost like he's had a 20-second time penalty.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had his 5-second penalty. He didn't lose that much, I don't think, really. Oh, no. bit of oversteer there, and Alpha's now in the mix here. And
I can't believe it, Big C. I can't believe it. You know, you've got a car called AlphaTauri, you've got Kirsten called Alpha. You know, you just can't keep up these days.
Look at him.
The Alpha, look at him. Oh, he's having a go on the AlphaTauri. But, here we go. Ugi Azim on. CC Brain gets the move done. Gently does
look at Alpha. Look at him go. Look at Alpha. Look at that grip, that confidence. Fair play to the young man. Up to P11. Nice driving.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'd love to see driving like that. As two people going to pits, it's Tom AJ and Toxic Tomato. Oh, there's a racing point off this boy. Well, racing point in the walls.
Oh, side by side, Greeny and Alpha. Alpha up the inside of Greeny, and Greeny is a surrender, is he not? He holds it in there. Oh, safety car, actual safety car.
Has that worked out well for Tom? No, it hasn't.
No. Maybe for Tomato a little bit. Not too sure.
Yeah, so Tom's come out in a very precarious position now. He's going to have to be racy on those soft tyres, but I think the best he can hope for is to climb up into the points.
Yeah, I think he can. He's going to be the fastest man out on track as we're underway again. 10 and a bit laps to go here at Albert Park.
Indeed. I think Will is catching AMS slightly. I don't know if you've been seeing the gaps.
Yeah, I have here, and I have. Yeah, Will's got a great pace for the Alfa Romeo, so keep an eye on Will Murdoch, a man we've got experience with no line. And obviously, he's going to be running our Greenies all over the place.
Alpha around the outside!
Yeah, I think Greeny might have just let him through. I don't know if Greeny's just not got the pace.
Yeah, Jarabe going around the outside of CC Brain here. And he gets pushed off, and Jacob Reaper moves up into the final point scoring
and
position.
Tom AJ. It's all kicking off here, and it's all kicking off. These Williamses are in the walls as Cherry 2 pipe hits.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a Williams in the points today. They're not all over the shop.
They do. But Tom AJ next up on Jacob Reaper up the inside, up to P9 for Tom AJ. And Tom AJ, Aaron, he's 18 seconds off the lead, so yeah, he's got it all to do.
Yeah, he's
Tom AJ.
He's got more grip. Oh, he's going to have an understeer moment here from the Williams. Makes it hard for him. And Greeny moves down into 9th. This is absolutely astonishing.
Yeah, Aaron, at one point, the Williams were 1 and 2. They were like having the net lead, but yeah, it's all gone wrong for these guys. There's just no pace in the car.
No, it's a shame, and I think Jacob Reaper is going to be the next to have a bar. And AMS is on the back of Dano. That could be exciting. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Greeny's lost it. He's lost it. He's in the wall. Greeny at FC. He's got damage. He's done.
What a dreadful, dreadful performance from Greeny LFC. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Rubbish. It'll be interesting to hear from them after a race if we can.
Mm-hmm.
There's a move here. Will has got past Dino. In fact, Dino's coming to the pits along with Lironic. So I think this will be our race order now. So I think everyone's pitted to go to the end.
Yeah, it's a fair play to the likes of Alpha and Will to really get up there, but Tom AJ looks to be flying out there.
Yeah, he looks very rapid. He's all over the back of Alpha now. But if Alpha gets DRS off Oogie, it could be very difficult to make this overtake. And obviously, you know, if you're on those softs, those tyres will only degrade.
They will indeed, Aaron, and we're in the final chapter of this story, and it's CPI Black Phoenix doing a great job for Red Bull. 5 seconds clear of AMS, a nice leisurely, comfortable drive.
Absolutely. I'm just going to have a look down the order. I know Jacob Reaper is all over the back of Jurebe. These two had a massive fling in the opening stint of the race, so they're continuing off from where they left off earlier. Battles for the final point scoring positions. Tomato and Cherry 2 Pie obviously on the best tyre compounds, and CC Brain is very, very vulnerable at the moment. And he just gets passed by Tomato there.
Yep. Nicely done from Toxic Tomato up to P10 and having a very solid drive. Maybe Cherry 2 Pie can get in on the action.
Ferrari, Big C! The Ferrari on the racing point here! Neuronix against Jacob Reaper. He's gone around the outside.
Oh, where's this?
Onto the pit straight. My goodness me.
Yeah, sorry guys, I missed that.
Alpha on Tom. Sorry, Tom's got past Alpha, hasn't he?
Yep, so yeah, Tom's flying out there. Tom can sniff a podium. He can sniff it.
It's not easy getting past Oogie Big C as Neuronix is on fire. He's got past Jurebe as well.
Yeah, and Cherry 2 Pie's past his old teammate, CC Brain, so P11 for Cherry 2 Pie.
Amazing stuff. I think Tom is going to make a move very shortly on Oogie Azim here. I don't think Oogie's going to be able to defend it. You know, they're both in the same car, so engine power will be very similar.
Yeah, I think Oogie Azim is a very wise man. He'll be surrendering it. He's a surrender. He's not a survivor. So let's see what Tom AJ can do through the chicane. Opens the DRS.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. You know, these Pakistani men, you know, they do like to keep their foot in. You know, they know what they want. And Oogie Azim wants the podium. The Rawalpindi Express. He's raced on the site for the good part of 5 years, Big C. But it looks like he's going to lose that here.
It does indeed. Tom AJ activates the DRS. Oogie Azim isn't using overtake. So I think it's going to be a comfortable move here for Tom. Yeah, not comfortable, but you know, just enough.
Yeah, Oogie Azim really leaving it in there, leaving his nose in there, hoping for a little spin. He gets away, and that Alpha might have.
Jacob Reaper.
Oh my goodness!
Look at Jacob Reaper up the inside of the McLaren, a bit of touching into the braking zone, but he gets the job done. Lance Stroll would love that. Really yank it in.
Brilliant overtake there. There's movement behind. There's again Tomato and CC Brain. So Tomato did pick up wind damage there, unfortunately. So that moves Cherry 2 Pie off the final point scoring position, and he'll be hunting down Jurebe and Jacob Reaper on worn hard tyres.
Yeah, I think Alpha looks to be the mover. He looks quite quick. Catching up to Mr. Azim.
Yeah, Oogie's only had a handful of laps of practice ahead of this race, so it's remarkable that he's running in the position that he is. And, you know, Big C, how hard is it when you don't have, you know, that many laps of practice going into a race?
Yeah, sometimes you don't know what corner's coming up next. Sometimes, you know, you just feel very rusty. I think that's what Mr. Azim's feeling. Obviously an older man racing in Pakistan. Obviously the time difference there, and he's racing in the early hours of the morning, so very aloof.
Indeed, Big C. There's more yellow flags. I believe it's, I think it was one of the Renaults, but less that's said about that, the better.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly. What about Jurebe? What's Jurebe doing? Yeah,
I think he's launching another one.
He is. He's launching an attack. Round the outside into turn 4. a bit of touching of the braking there from Jacob Reaper, but, you know, I think the Suits will be looking at that. Should it be reported?
Yeah, he moved in the braking zone there. It was very, very dodgy. You know, it is a very difficult straight. It's quite narrow, so sometimes you can lose your bearings down there. As we just saw saw there, but Alpha all over the back of Oogie. Oogie has lost 4 seconds to Tom AJ, and he's now caught by Lironix and Alpha. Oogie Azim struggling on those mediums. I don't know if he's going to be able to make him last.
I don't know if he's got a bit of damage or something, but his pace isn't really there.
Yeah, Tom's all over the back of Will, and he could be, if he gets past Will, he could be having a go at AMS in the latter stages of this race.
Yeah, but Will's done a great job to move up himself up to P3 in that awful car, so let's see what Tom AJ can do around the final corner. He's got the power, the Ferrari power. There is no power in 2020, so I think Tom AJ should be making the move on the next straight into turn 3. Or maybe this straight, Ewan.
Yeah, he might as well. Yep. And he does. There was an incident behind, and Drebe did push Cherry 2 Pi off, so I think this could get a bit personal. As Alpha loses out to Lironix. That's interesting. Is that Ferrari? Damn.
He is. Great pace there for Lironix. No surprise, considering he was in F4 last season. What about Cherry 2 Pi? How's he getting on?
Yeah, he's just biding his time. They're just charging up the ERS. But Big C, I'm really worried about Lironix and Oogie. You know, when you've got 2 dodgy names next to each other, you know, what do you expect, Big C?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Azim, you don't know what mood he's in. Like I say, racing in these early hours of the morning, you don't know what state of mind you're in. You might be a bit tired after work, or you might be a bit too relaxed.
He said he was drunk earlier, Big C. He said he had a few to drink, so this could go one way or another.
As Will picks up another penalty, so yeah, costly for Will with Mr. Azim on no penalties.
Yeah, but it could be Lironix who could benefit out of this as he tries to move around the outside. Oogie will not want to let this go, but the Ferrari, he's been forced off there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, nice aggressive defending there from Mr. Azim. Hard but fair racing, but Lironix has to get the move done down on the start finish right here if he can get the run on Mr. Azim. And it looks like it's going to be a comfortable manoeuvre.
Yeah, Oogie should just let this go. He's a bit laggy this evening. Don't fight it too hard and just take what you can out of this race. Cherry 2 Pi as well is looking quite aggressive, but I don't know if he's running out of tyre grip.
Not too sure. Let's have a little gander as Brandon thinks of another penalty. The hat isn't very quick. I think that's just quite clear.
Yellow flags out there, yellow flags. Not sure who it was for. We believe it was for one of the Renaults. Let's just blame it on the Renault.
It is, so we're on to lap 26 or 29. Shizu Tomato is out of the Grand Prix in the pit lane, I think, Aaron.
Yeah, it was always going to end that way once he had to make another untimely pit stop. There's a round of applause there as Brandon goes down the main straight there, all on his own. There's a round of applause there from the fans in the stadium as he runs from 15.
Let's just give him a bit of their time.
Yeah, just look at him, Big C. Just look at him.
Yeah, so there, Brandon getting some valuable data ahead of his, obviously, the league he's in over the next few days. So great data there. As Tom AJ has closed in behind AMS Aaron, and they're battling for track position because they've got no penalties.
Yeah, both of these Big C former FP champions, you know, they will know what these points could mean come the end of the season. You've got to, you know, pick your moment and take it, and AMS is, you know, he's running low on hers as well, so this could be very interesting.
It can be indeed. Obviously these two had a bit of a beef back a few seasons ago. Caused a bit of a stir. Tom AJ had to take a sabbatical from PSGL due to his intense rivalry with AMS, but the past is in the past, and Tom AJ should look to make the move right now, right here, right now, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, he's forcing AMS to lock up there, but I don't know why he took that line into the corner. I think he just put him off. I think it was a bit naive from Tom AJ. You don't, you know, take a look down the inside like a corner like that. It's going to set him back a lap now, so he will not make an overtake. He might not make an overtake next lap, Big C. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, but he's definitely lost some valuable time.
Yeah, that's indeed, and I think it's a sad state of affairs for Tom AJ there.
Yeah, I don't know who you're rooting out of these battles, Big C. You know, who do you want to see come out on top? You know, you should be impartial as a commentator, but surely you've got a favourite out of these two.
Yeah, I want to see Cherry 2 Pi get past Ray Bay. That's the main one, but I mean, I'm not too fussed. I just want to see a bit of wheel banging. something for our viewers, our 16 viewers here at 9:30 in the evening.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today, everyone, and just a big thanks to our partners, Brutal Democracy Gaming, sponsoring this event this evening.
Yeah, indeed. So, into the final 2 laps, Black Phoenix has got the win done and dusted, but it's the battle between AMS and Tom AJ for the spot on the podium, and obviously penalties will play their part with Mr. Azim perhaps moving up the order.
Absolutely, Big C. I'm just interested to see how Tom's going to approach this corner. He had a go at AMS last time through here, and surely he's going to learn his lesson and take a far wider line, as that works out far better for him. Learns his lesson, so he's lining himself up here, Big C.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, turn 11 and 12. It's the key corner. He's on a pad, so it's probably the most difficult corner on the track. Can he get the run? Gets a corner cut. He gets a penalty run. Oh.
Yeah. If only he had another joker to use up, then he would have completed that move. Now what he's got to do maybe is just, I don't know, does he stick behind AMS and just run to the line and not lose time battling? Because he could lose out.
Yeah, only if he lost a lot of time to Uki, but I think there's a big gap. So yeah, and as we take to the final lap, it looks to be quite settled in the top 10.
Yeah. AMS may not know that Tom's got a penalty, so he might not let him go. If I was AMS and I knew, I would just move out of the way, just duck out of the way and say, you know what, Tom, take the position, I'll get you back after.
Yeah, pride is at stake here, and pride is at stake as Tom O'Shea looks to go around the outside of his old nemesis into turn 3, but AMS parks it beautifully. The stop, the parking on the apex, that's what you want.
Yeah, it's a brilliant tactic. It's what we like to see. There's another battle that we've got to keep an eye out. It's Drebe and Jacob Reaper. That could go down to the line as well, so we've got to keep an eye out for that. And I think Cherry 25 is joining in on the back of it.
Here comes Tom O'Shea up the inside. Can he make the manoeuvre? No, he can't. Not close enough as we come through into turn 11 and turn 12. Here, Black Phoenix is on his way, but I think we need to stay on board with Tom O'Shea just in case there's some fireworks.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tom's naivety has cost him the second place. You know, with some of the lines he was taking, particularly on lap 27, AMS looks like he's got this one covered and he's going to defend it. Parts his car, used his experience, and that will be P2. Take us to line with Black Phoenix.
Yeah, and here we go round the far corner. It is CPI Black Phoenix, the man of the moment, the man I said he was going to win, and he is going to win this season, opening season 27. Black Phoenix wins in FP Australia, Aaron, and it's going to be AMS in P2, then Tom O'Shea in P3. Where's Mr. Azim in all this? Mr. Azim!
Lost a lot of time, but he's picked up 4th by a 10th. Brilliant stuff there. Final point scoring positions. Alpha has lost out on penalty, so he's going to finish out of the point. So Dino picks up the final point in 10th. We're just waiting for Nano Bacon to cross the line here. But yeah, I think these guys not in the points, and for Williams it's a destructive day, and Danny Minogue's tears just keep on falling, and Natalie Imbruglia cannot console herself as the Williams drivers finish 13th and 16th. Oh, there's a battle here, Big C. Oh my god.
Where we're looking. Oh, yeah.
Last place. Oh.
Why are they going so slow? Hello?
I'm not sure, Big C. I don't know. Maybe there's yellow flags and they can't overtake.
I'm not too sure, Aaron.
Oh my goodness. A lead director. Oh my god, Big C. What shambles.
I do agree, but let's just take our time to focus on the podium. CPI Black Phoenix, the man of the moment.
Absolutely, Big C. What a drive, sensible drive, and I think the race was won when he made that undercut on AMS. You know, that won him the race. AMS was just caught daydreaming and, you know, lost out on what should have been a win. You know, if you have track position, you know, you'll keep it. The pace difference between them wasn't that significant, and AMS did lose a lot of time behind the Williams drivers. So, yeah, AMS will probably be kicking himself, but a good haul of points for the opening race week.
It is indeed. So, yeah, congratulations to the top 3. A great first event. It was just amazing to be here, you know, back at Albert Park, back with all the fans. And there you go, your driver of the day, Tom O'Shea, voted by the fans.
Yeah, it's a good drive from Tom. You know, I think he could have maybe gone for, if he had more pace in qualifying, then, he could have been up there, But it's a good podium.
Yeah, I know. And there we have the champagne. So, yeah, the champagne for the top three. Amazing scenes here as we approach, time continues to tick on. But there we have our result, our top 10. It's CPR Black Phoenix taking the FP win on his debut. There's AMS, Tom AJ, Yugi Z, Myronix P5, Will Murdoch in P6, Jacob Reaper, Shrebe, Choju Pai, and Dino ran out the tunnel. It was a fighting drive from Alpha, but too many penalties, minis P11, Nano Bacon, CC, Pitmac, Greeny, Brandan, Shuzu Tomato, DNF, then it's Worm and Samti, Juho also DNF'd with 2 early safety cars. So yeah, it was a great race. Any final thoughts?
Not really got any final thoughts. I don't know if you're able to invite anyone to the party, but I'm having issues with the friends list.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a quick look, but obviously, time is ticking on.
Yeah, it's getting well late. Some of us have got to go to work tomorrow morning, Big C. Working from home.
That's fine. So yeah, I mean, it's taken a long time to communicate with online servers, so that is a shame.
Party.
Yeah. So 1 sec, guys.
Gonna join the other one.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.